Welcome back, everybody. I'm excited. I'm rocking out. We're rocking in the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for being here. I will explain everything that's going on with the live looping and all the instruments in a minute. I'm going to finish playing here, and it's the first Tuesday, Museday of the new year. I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. Welcome. You gotta hit the gong. You got to in the new year. I'm gonna tell you something about this gong setup when I get back. It's kind of a cool thing. Maybe you've noticed there's something going on back here that's kind of cool. All right, let's go say hello to who's here. I don't know what's going on with the music today. I'm feeling it. I have a gym membership. How cliche is that? But I've already been like half the year so far. Like 2 out of 4 days. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's go say hello. Here we go. Hey, welcome everybody. So let's say hello and let's see who's here. I'm excited that you guys are here. I appreciate it. All right, first of all, everybody say hello to Roseanne. Random notes from Roseanne is the... I just still know what that means exactly, but I'm not complaining. I'll take it. Do we have audio? Yes. Yeah, I will explain everything about the instruments in due time. We're going to go back there later. Hey, Jeff Tripoli, drums. Rocking out, dude. All right, you guys know Jeff from the channel, right? If you didn't see that, we did a hang. I think we did a percussion hang, or we did a feature. I can't remember. It is a new year, but it's the same old brain, man. Same old brain, but I'm hanging on Raziel, is that how you say that? Raziel or Raziel? Welcome. Rebecca's here. Hello. Barry G. Shaman Zito. And Astanin? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But thank you for being here. Who else? Anyone else? Man, there's a lot of comments. Lacey's here. Real Estate Nanaimo. I think I know who that is. Eclipse. Hello. Welcome. All right. Welcome, everybody. If you're late to join, I will try to welcome you later. Yeah. So we'll get back to the instruments in a second. But, you guys, I have so much stuff for you. And I do need to leave on time because we're going to sushi. I'm not going to be late for sushi. Not even for you guys. We'll fit it in. Don't worry. All right. So today, now, last week, I introduced a new series. Hey, Alejandro. How are you? I introduced a new series that I'm producing for the channel. Patrons will have early access to these videos. And this is another one of that series. And this is based on a collection of instruments, unusual instruments. That's what the series is called. That were owned and played by Emil Richards, an LA studio percussionist, passed away a couple years ago. Big loss for the industry. He was a pioneer. I'm going to let you guys go and find out more about Emil Richards, E-M-I-L Richards. But I was so honored to be able to go and check out some of his instruments with the assistance of Abby over at LA Percussion Rentals. And this is just north of me, about 30 minutes north, up by Santa Clarita. And so I went over to their warehouse, and it's like Disneyland for percussionists over there. Here's another instrument. I'm just going to show it to you. These are called, well, I don't even need to explain it. I'm just going to play the video. I'll see you on the other side. And I also have an extra add-on exclusive just for you guys. So check this out. Boo Bam! Boo Bams. That's what we're looking at, you guys. Hey, welcome back to World Drum Club. So this is a really interesting instrument. It's a set of drums, and each one is tuned. They're all the same size head. But the resonator chamber is different lengths. Let's look at it. We're going to have Abby at LA Percussion Rentals tell you guys about these because she knows more than I do. But we'll be back and we'll play them more in a second. Wow.
Can't get the last one. Okay.
That's
no, I can't. I'm not there, man.
That is advanced boo bamming.
So these are actually really difficult I've noticed to like read on when you're reading music. There's something about the angle or whatever. It's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, can you imagine everybody, like, not only do you have to play these things, you have to hit them and be consistent, but then often you're reading music and playing, and the recording is going, and you're getting paid to perform on these. But yeah, so tell us a little bit about this instrument.
Okay, so Emil Richards told me that he got these from Drum City, but it could have also been Pro Drum Shop because he actually had 2 sets of these as one set.
You need 2 sets of boo bams.
Always need 2 sets of boo bams. So he got these in the 1960s, and they're actually made by gong bobs.
Gong bobs?
Yeah, and they've been used in lots of stuff. And they were sometimes paired up with bass marimba, which you heard the other video, we showed bass marimba. Because a lot of composers are looking for, there's bass marimba. A lot of composers are looking for sounds that are different than the usual. Yeah. And these had, I think, just enough of that sound of like something from somewhere else, but it's not very distinct. Yeah. Right? But it's still pitched too, so you can. So you can like play, with the, modern orchestra in the studio.
How about?
Yeah.
Well, okay. I'm just gonna hand you different things.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice. Nice.
Oh, back really quick.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Like, yeah, totally different.
Mallets.
Flat mallets coming
Flat
up.
mallets. Like every marching band pitch should have one of these.
They sound pretty good for just pulling them out. Like, I don't know when the last time these were tuned was. It's been a while, right?
Yeah, and it's been pretty cold in here, so they're probably not super in, but they're pretty easy to deal with. It's pretty good. Replacing these heads is a big pain because people don't generally make like 4-inch heads.
Right.
So that can be problematic. They used to actually have natural skin on them, and then it was
really?
just like, okay.
No.
We still have a bunch of them saved, but we were like, this is not gonna last. So.
Well, for tuning too, that's a nightmare. I mean, that's.
Yeah, and the kind of like weather changes we have around here, so.
So what else do we have implement-wise? We put a few things out over here.
So,
I like the little steel drum. Yeah, I grabbed
little
this.
tenor pan mallets.
Yeah. They're chunky. It gives a chunky sound. Like you still hear the pitch, but it's.
That's actually not as different on the back.
Yeah.
And then.
What do we have?
Oh.
The brush.
Yeah. Cool.
And let's show people what that looks like. That is, just like a rake kind of thing. Yeah. Layered and serrated, if that's the right word. I don't know.
Yeah. And also, these have been used in a lot of different films, and I think they were used like in a Folgers commercial. Back in the 80s.
They look like a Folgers commercial.
The beginning of The Odd Couple.
Yeah.
It possibly was this exact set.
Really?
And there's actually on our website, if you go to it, I've tried to like find a bunch of different clips and put them on there as well, but should be a whole bunch of stuff. And if you've also heard them somewhere, let me know, because I'm always interested in finding out, uncovering where these have been used. These studio players played sometimes 3 sessions a day. They didn't sit there and like kind of archive like everything they were playing.
Yeah, thousands of sessions. And so if you might hear this, you guys.
And they were not always written in the original manuscript. So even if you were able to find a score to something, it doesn't actually mean that would be in there, because a lot of times the composer would be like, oh, you know what? We need that. Can we just bring that in? They would just bring like a whole load of percussion and choose sometimes on the spot.
But these, and also we should say that these would be in the older, like music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Mm-hmm. Not really recent, but, classic. Let's think. TV commercials from back in the like Folgers, or cartoons,
they were actually used
or
a bit
shows.
in Star Wars.
In Star Wars, okay.
But I'm not sure if it was a set, because they record that in London, right? The London Symphony. Yeah. So I'm not sure if it was actually recorded in London, or they did like an overdub here in LA.
Maybe overdub.
We don't really know about these things. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of mystery behind some of this stuff. So so if you guys.
All right, you guys, I'm just cutting the video a little short. There's like a minute and a half left, but if you want to watch it, patrons, I'll be putting this on our Patreon site. But here's what I have for you that I dug up today, because I want you to hear it in context. But isn't that cool? So those are called boobams. I guess you spell them Boobams. Boobams. But check this out. You remember how she mentioned that they were used in the beginning to the Odd Couple theme? Now, I remember the Odd Couple when it aired, because I'm old now. But here it is, you guys. Check it out. I looped this a few times. Check it out. Yeah. How cool is that? Don't you love YouTube? So I went on that and Stole it off of some other website. I hope I don't get copyright infringement just for that. Let's hope not. My God, this is an educational show. I should be able to use this stuff. But isn't that cool? Boobams right at the, and they're solo right at the top, and then they don't come back in that whole tune. I don't know. They're just like, we need boobams. I'm hearing boobams, or the intro. and then they're like, you could stop when the real instruments started to play. But that was Emil Richards playing that set of, apparently, that set of boobams. I mean, he did have 2 sets. I don't know where you store 2 sets of boobam. Well, that's where you store them in a giant warehouse. So there's more to come on the LA Percussion Rentals Emil Richards collection visits. I've already got about 8 or 9 instruments in the bag on my first visit, but I'm going to go back because they have so many things there. There wasn't enough time, and we're doing like quick and dirty videos. You can see it's just casual, but pretty fun. So, and if you guys didn't see the show last week, we had the turtle shell. They call it the amphibophone, but that's not the right name because we discovered that turtles are reptiles. That's right. So reptilophone. But if you go to the LA Percussion Rental website, which I encourage you to do, that's Abby and her husband's company, and they have a whole list of Emil stuff, and they have some videos there on their channel. They have a channel on YouTube as well, and they do a lot of stuff on there. So go watch that, and they have some fun stuff on there as well. But I'll have a exclusive, at least to us, like an exclusive set of instrument adventure videos. I don't know if I'll have one every single week, but moving forward, we will have them. Now, I'm going to go back over to the instruments because this is our kind of preparation time for the Gimme 5, which, for those of you who are new, I'll explain it. You guys give me 5 instruments to live loop in a little bit, and I'll show you which ones you can choose from, and I will explain some of the instruments I'm playing because we can choose from those today. You give me 5 instruments, and I just do a live looping with those instruments. And let me finish explaining as we get back over to the percussion station. Hang on. Okay, so let me go over the instruments that I'm playing right now. And of course, it's easier for me if you guys choose from what I have readily available. But if you don't, if you want a special request, that's okay. First of all, let me see. I'm going to erase everything in this looper. As fun as it was to record it, and I'm checking my volume levels. Let me turn this up a little. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm doing a lot of mixing and stuff here, so try to keep track of everything. Right here, Kosmosky tank drum, B minor. Amazing. That's a B minor tuning. This is the Monolini. This is a small monochord, and it's just got a bunch of strings. It's got D, a high D, low D, and an A, an A in the middle. So it spells dad. Here it is, dad. In music. Isn't that nice? Stepdad. It is a step higher than it came to me. A lot of people tune these C, G, C. You can tune it however you want, basically, but this is, I tuned it to D because D minor is kind of, I have a lot of flutes in D minor, and I can play my A flute with this as well. So that's the Monolini, or just say monochord or string thing. I also have the Can-Do percussion. I think this is it's either the Kajonga or the Kabonga, I don't know. It doesn't say. It's a small cajon. Right? Like bongo cajon, just say cajon. Or the green drum, the wood one. Of course, I've got an assortment of stuff. I've got some, shaker things. There's a cowbell here. There's always, the usual suspects. I've got a shaker today. I've also got this thing, and I forgot the name of it, and I owe these guys a review, but let me show you real quick. It's just kind of a cool tambourine-like instrument, but it's a shaker. It's kind of meant as a shake tambourine, and I don't know if you can see how well you can see this, but the jingles. Let me go to the overhead. the jingles actually slide back and forth in these slots. And then you can shake it. I know it's kind of loud for the way the mic is right now, but look at that. So I might play this like this. You could play it like this. And the good thing is if you're playing it like this and you drop it, it just flies away and comes back to you. You just have to make sure you catch it. No, that's not true. Don't try that. Kind of fun. I'm sorry, I don't know what this is called. I don't know if they still make them. I'm gonna find out, like I should have done if I wasn't recording Odd Couple videos for you guys. All right, but that's just call it a shake tam or tambo shake or whatever. We have the gong, but I don't necessarily recommend the gong for the Gimme 5 unless you want to have a lot of gong, and we do like a gong bath. There's rain stick. There's a rain stick here. There's the cajon, of course, that I'm sitting on. There's some stuff back here. Some bongos. There's congas. You know, I have the usual stuff. So from the things here, you guys make your list of 5 things. If you want, you don't all have to do this. And Roseanne is going to pick somebody's set, somebody who hasn't, you know, had a turn yet. And later on, and so get that list ready, put it in the comments, the 5 instruments, and think about it. You know, think about arranging, like maybe some couple small things, a medium thing, bigger thing. Just think about it. You're the arranger. All right, you're choosing. You are co-composer with me, co-conspirator. So you get to choose all the instruments, and then if you want, you could suggest like fast, medium, slow. If you want to suggest a style, I'll do my best. I'm not making any promises. I'll do my best to do however much detail you want to put in there and ask for. That's fine. I'll do what I can do. And then if you want to dedicate it to someone or a cause or some people or whatever, put that in there too. And you don't have to put that, but if you want to add a dedication, you're welcome to, all right? Am I missing anything in the instruments? You guys were asking about, well, real quick, it's just a Native American style flute. This one happens to be in B minor, made by Dan Shelchow, unfortunately, another person who recently passed away back in late October. So this is dedicated to Dan. He made me a couple flutes, and I have a couple others of his, but this he made specifically for me from wood that I brought back from Thailand. So that's kind of special. And then I also used a D minor flute. This is a little bit lower. This is made by another, wow, it's getting to be sad, a sad show. Another person recently retired, and Mad Max flutes. So Mad Max, wherever you are, this is for you, the music that I play on that. So I think that's it. We're gonna go back, and I have a musical game for you, but that's the Gimme 5 stuff. And if you have any other questions about the instruments, we will have a Q&A later. So, but get your questions ready, and let's go back to the desk, and I have a short video for you. That's why. You see, you guys, I gotta change cameras. I have to change microphones. Let's keep going. This is one of my favorite musical games, and then right after this, we have a quick reading, and then we'll do the Gimme 5 after the Q&A. Got a lot to pack in. I do need to get out of here at the end of the show pretty quick, so Q&A will be quick. All right, check this out. This is from Drum Fun, Musical Games for Groups. This is a game that I named back in the day, and it's a combination of just cueing, using a ball to kind of cue the music. This is great for kids or for just as a fun game to do with any group of people who maybe just wants to have fun with percussion instruments in a musical way, but not learning music and playing music like we think of it, but just kind of fun making sounds and stuff. So now we're going to do the instrumental version of Rumble Ball, which is a lot of fun. So I'm going to bounce the ball, do some different things with the ball, and you guys just make some sounds that you feel fit with the actions of the ball. Okay? Here we go. All right, nice. So tell me, what is the quality of the ball when it's tossed up into the air? Give me some adjectives to describe that. What is that like? High.
Light.
Light. Airy. Mm-hmm. Free. Great, those are great words. So what types of instruments here do we have that make that type of light, airy, free, high sound? Can you find something here? The jingles could be nice. The frame drum, rubbing the frame drum, great. Yes. The rasper, using that, yeah. What other kind of? The kabasa could be. Mm-hmm. So what else? The rattle, yeah. So, okay, great. So how about when we have the ball going up like that, just those sounds play. Okay, let's practice a little bit. Ready? All right, perfect. Now, when I bounce the ball on the ground, what is that like?
Grounded.
It's like grounded. Okay, what else? Percussive. Mm-hmm. It's quick. Heavy. Deep. Bouncy. Yeah. Great. Anything else? Heavy. Low. Uh-huh. Deep. Okay, great. So tell me about the instruments we have. What instruments do we have that are low, quick, grounded? The bigger drums, right? Yeah. Probably those, yeah. All right, wonderful. So how about if those instruments play when the ball bounces on the ground? Let's practice. Wow. All right. Great. What about when I catch it in my hand? Should we have a different sound for that? What's that like? The smaller drums. Let's try that. How about that? The smaller drums. Excellent. Okay, now there's one other thing we need a sound for, and that is rolling. Yeah. So describe rolling to me. The rolling, what is that like?
Sustained.
Sustained, yeah. Almost the opposite of the bouncing, right? So sustained. What else is rolling like?
Continuous.
Yeah, continuous, sustained. Smooth, light, yeah, still kind of light.
Repetitive.
Could be repetitive, yeah, because it's rolling, same thing over and over.
Rumble.
Rumbling, yeah. Good. A quick action, maybe. All right, let's try that. So what kind of instruments do we have that can make those kinds of sounds? All right, so lots of rolling and shaking and rattling. That sounds wonderful. So let's practice. All right, great. Now, I did hear some of the same sounds as for tossing up in the air. So we have to decide, do we want to have the same sounds for tossing up in the air or different sounds? What do you think? Different ones. Okay. So why don't you just choose one or the other. If you've got those kind of sounds, we talked about these being high and light and airy. So if you have a sound that you think fits that, make that sound. And then don't make it on the rolling. So let's see if we have a difference. Let's see if we can develop our sound. So just experiment, see what you like best. Okay, here we go. Up. And I think we're there. All right, it's time. Where am I going? It's time for a quick reading. So that was from Musical Games for Groups, which is available to patrons at the courses level, courses tier. Tons of games. If you guys are working with groups of kids or adults, like summer camp stuff, corporate training stuff, that's great material for you. So for right now, I'm referring to my book. Where is it? How do I point to? Everything's backwards. It's right there. There's just a page in here called What is an Improvisation? And I wanted to read it to you. And I know Jeff's here, and Jeff is a great improviser. You know, a lot of people, I think maybe more than you think. I mean, those of you that are fans of jazz and jazz music, you know, there's a lot of improv with that. But improv doesn't have to be just jazz. I mean, you can just improvise music, you know, any kind of music. So here's a little on improvisation from the Way of Music book. One definition of improvisation is to create and perform spontaneously without preparation. No planning, right? Maybe a tiny bit, like what 5 instruments are you going to use? But that's it. We're not preparing. You just go, play music, be a musician. Now, quote, without preparation, unquote, might be a deceptive phrase because it makes it sound as if we are unprepared, right? We're not preparing. As you will discover, there's a difference between not being prepared and unpreparing, right? Being unprepared is not good. You want to be prepared, but that doesn't mean planning always, right? It means just being ready, being prepared, having the skills. And then I'm going to go on. Another definition of improvisation is to produce or make from whatever is available. I like that. So from whatever is available is a key phrase because while we often find ourselves looking around for material, i.e., you know, where's the music? What song can I play? What rhythms can I play? What can I learn? You know, what can I do? And of course, that's part of studying. It's part of being a musician is learning traditional repertoire, imitating other musicians. Great, you know, that's how we learn. But at a certain point, you know, we want to open up, move on, get out of the nest, and go out on our own. So looking around for material, while actually what we carry within is more than adequate. Ironically, it is often the looking as if we have what we have within us, as if what we have within us is inadequate, that hinders the improvisation process. So I just wanted to make that point that sometimes musicians, and I would say especially beginners and intermediate kind of maybe even non-professional musicians feel insecure about playing music and so therefore they gravitate towards reproducing things or recreating music, you know, that's composed or that they heard that's already been done. And the focus of music making can often be on just recreating, you know, a known piece of music, which again, nothing wrong with that. But improvising music is where it's really where you get to know yourself and others get to know you. In fact, there's a quote at the top of this page. I'll just finish up with this. And this is attributed to Plato. I don't know if he said this. It was a little before my time. But this quote says, "You can discover more about people in an hour of play than in a year of conversation." And I like that. And I believe in that, and that's true, I think. In fact, I was just talking about playing golf with my family. We were talking about how people often do business playing golf. It doesn't matter what you're playing, but you play a game, you play music, you play golf. Boy, if you want to know what somebody's ethics are like, play golf with them. You'll find out. You'll find out what kind of person they are, how they deal with stress and challenges. All right, let's move on. So we're gonna have a quick Q&A right now. There it is, and then we're gonna do the Gimme 5, and that's gonna close out the show today. We got about 18 minutes left, maybe a little less. So I'm going to look at. Do we have the Gimme 5 stuff? Actually, Roseanne, could you send it to my phone? Maybe you did already, but yeah, throw me the Gimme 5 stuff over, and I'm going to think about that. But then if you guys have any questions that I can answer quickly about anything that we've covered today, anything on the show so far, let's get after it. Let's do it. I'm happy to clarify any of that stuff. So we have, I see from Lacey, what's the length and width and depth of the Monolini? I don't know that off the top of my head, and I don't have a tape measure right here, but you know what? You can go to weplaywelltogether.com. And also that is made by Feel Tone. Feel Tone is the manufacturer of the Monolini. They're a German company, and they should have all that information on their website. So, but I would guess, I'm guessing right now, I'm going to say that the Monolini is about, I'd say 12 inches deep, 3 inches, 3.5, maybe 4 tall, thick, and about not quite 3 feet wide. I'd say 2 plus, 2.5. So that's my guess. Any other questions right now? MP's like, ball golf or disc golf? I don't know. I think both. I'd say either. Any other questions? Okay, what are some, Jeff Tripoli, what are some great found sounds? Improvising tones. Some great found sounds for improvising tones? I think that's your question. If I'm getting your question wrong, let me know. But you know what? One of my favorite found sound instruments is a trash can, a metal trash can. I got this one from IKEA, just a round metal trash can. I love that thing. It's very expressive. I can get different tones, edge tones, middle tones. Metal sounds are always a good go-to for found sounds, whether it's pots and pans, bowls, all kinds of stuff. The metal category in general is a good one. And in the future videos coming up in the Emil Richards collection, you guys are going to see all kinds of interesting metal percussion. Like a lot of it's chromatic too. It's a lot of it's tuned, but I think it's going to be impressed. You're going to be impressed. Any other questions right now? Because I want to get to playing. I want to get to playing some music. And congratulations, Lacey. We're doing your Gimme 5 set today. So Barry asks, what is your favorite Native American, and I'm going to say Native American style flutes. Do I own any flutes made by Native American? I know, so today, it's kind of like, how we say champagne is from Champagne, France, and if it's not from Champagne, France, it's called sparkling wine. Well, similarly, most of the native flute people and makers have decided if it's Native American made, then it's Native American flute. I mean, I know this isn't your question, but I'm just saying, FYI, if it's not, just to honor the Native American makers and not, appropriate too much, we say Native American style. So most of my flutes are Native American style flutes. But my favorite, that's a tough one. I don't know that I have a favorite. I have one that I really like the way it looks and feels because it's made of Brazilian rosewood. and it's absolutely gorgeous. I'll show it in a second. I think it's over there. I really like the wood sounds flutes. Brent Haynes makes amazing flutes, but at the same time, I really like Blue Star flutes. He's up in Canada, just one guy making flutes near Vancouver. Some of the Mad Max flutes, I have that one D minor. I really love that flute, and it's not an expensive flute or fancy. It's just a nice sounding flute. So I have a lot of different flutes, but I would say, the wood sounds is really nice. But it depends on what you like. Some of them are more breathy. Some of them are more, clear and bright and loud. It just depends. All right. Oh, Cornelius, can I read music? Yes, I can, although I'm not a great sight reader. I mean, I can read, but I am a dyslexia, and I don't know if I still have dyslexia. I know it's hard for me to track like a music chart. I get lost really easy, and I'm a horrible speller. Not that has to do with music, but yeah, reading stuff for me is a mix. Although I did get through college, and obviously I read things, but it's always a little bit of a struggle, and so I don't know. Maybe I still have dyslexia. I'm not really sure. It's one of those things. It's kind of how do you know? It's a learning disability. So I don't know if I still have it. I know I have some disabilities. My wife keeps reminding me of them, like not remembering stuff. But I digress. All right, let's go on. I'm gonna go over to the percussion area before I get in trouble, and let's make some music, you guys. All right, so hang on, and if you have more other questions, come back next week. We're doing this every week. All right, stand by. Ooh, okay, let's make sure that we have the right microphones on. I think we do. All right, Monolini, small cajon, Batman tambourine. I like that. And a cajon. And is there one more? Did we miss one? Oh, I have to scroll up my phone. And rain stick. All right, awesome. There we go. So I'm kind of feeling like a mellow vibe with these choices. Not super mellow. Medium, like reggae kind of stuff. All right, good. Let's see what we can do. Oh, is it called a batarang? Is that actually what it's called? Did you look that up? A batarang. Or a battering ram. Okay, I'm going to set, medium tempo, a little slower than we were. Maybe 90. How about 95? And let's get the looper reset. Okay. All right. So, Lacey, this is for you. Just kidding. The bata tambourine. Yeah, I'll try to do a little intro and then we'll see what we can get going. All right, so this is the Gimme 5 and I'll do my best. We'll get set up here. All right, start off with a little rain. How about that? Thanks for joining today, you guys. Appreciate it. We're gonna wrap up now, and I wanna just wish you all a happy and successful 2023 and beyond. Come back every Tuesday at 5 for Tuesday Museday. If you guys have any requests, contact me through Patreon. You guys know where Patreon is. I talk about it all the time. Patreon.com/Kalani. These are kind of our home. That's where we support the channel. Also, if you guys are feeling generous after you've just spent a ton of money on the holidays, I hope you bought yourself something or you got something fun. You can do super thanks or whatever they call it. I don't know. In the thing. If you want to drop some dough, you don't have to, but it's always appreciated. I just want to thanks to Roseanne for being here and kind of moderating and keeping the conversation going and taking care of you guys in the chat. Come back next week. Thanks to Jeff Tripoli. You guys go see Jeff's music over on his website. Maybe he can drop a link in here. And if you guys have anything you want to share musically, anything that relates to what we're doing here, just put the link in the chat right now. And then you guys go check out each other's stuff. Because that's one of the main reasons we have the World Drum Club, and we're doing this is to help network, help share, help promote each other. Lord knows we need the help. Everybody. Thank you so much. And thanks to the instrument makers, Karsmosky, Field Tone, we play well together, Can Do Cajones, Mad Max flutes, all the, everything that I'm using here, most of it was made by somebody with their dream of having their instruments used to make good music. Hopefully I'm doing that and you guys are enjoying all this stuff. So if we're doing that, good for us. That's a success. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next week. Enjoy the music as we fade out. All right. See you guys soon.